Hey y'all, this is Audra Hicks with Simply Home, your Tennessee realtor. Today I want to go over the history of Old Hickory Lake with y'all. So stay tuned because I put the real in real estate. So, Old Hickory Lake, where history, celebrities, and waterfront living meet. I wanted to delve in a little bit about Old Hickory Lake. I have sold many lakefront properties and know the area very well. You might be in Hendersonville, Gallatin, Mount Juliet areas and still be on Old Hickory Lake. So just want to give a little bit of historical information. Now I might read a little bit from my notes because I made quite a bit of notes on Old Hickory Lake too. So I'm going to refer to them and talk to y'all as well. The creation of Old Hickory Lake, it's located in northern Tennessee. It is an artificial reservoir formed by the impoundment of the Cumberland River. So it was created by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers in the early 20th century as part of a flood control and navigation project, and it was named after President Andrew Jackson, also referred to as Old Hickory. So that's how it got its name. Now it is going to be a muddy bottom. It was man-made lake. So, and, we owned a boat for 13, 14 years, kept it at Marina in Hendersonville. And, we had so much fun being out on the lake with, my hubby, son, and fur babies. And, but you need to know different rules of water. So when you get a boat, you really need to either take a course or go out with people that know what they're doing and teach you how to have fun out there and know the rules of the water. You need to know what a green or a red buoy is and what port and starboard mean, and know which way you need to go on the water so you don't, go pull in front of people and capsize them. So there's you have to know what you're doing out there. Not many people do. They get a boat and they just go out and have some, act crazy on the water, whatever. But for the most part, you can have fun out there and enjoy yourself. And you don't have to go out when it's so flooded with people. You will experience that on major holidays and stuff while it's still boating season. So, but we enjoyed it, had so many family memories that we'll have for a lifetime. We just decided a couple of years ago that it was time to sell the boat because we bought another RV and we wanted to go on a lot of camping trips and do that again. But owning lakefront property on Old Hickory Lake is always, one of the things that some people that move here want to do because they want to have their own dock. Now, there are some lake properties that do not have their own dock, or they may share a dock. In some communities, you share boat slips and stuff. So it just depends, and you need a realtor that is very fluent in knowing lakefront properties and what needs to be done in the sale and purchase of lakefront properties. Now, another thing is flood control. Old Hickory Lake played a vital role in controlling the historically devastating floods in the Cumberland River basin. The construction of the Old Hickory Dam was a remarkable engineering achievement that brought much needed flood protection to the region. So we're thankful for that, Now, at times they may increase it or decrease, how much water is in it. So, and that depends on what they're doing with the water. After rains and things like that, you might have logs or debris in the water. So always have a depth finder. That is one of the, I think my hubby always told people, if you're going to own a boat on Old Hickory Lake, that is the number one thing you need to have on that boat, besides many other things. But you need a depth finder. We needed it, even though we were fluent in knowing where things were. You could be in 1 or 2 foot of water in no time. If you're going to do a lot of night boating, which we did, we loved night boating, you need to have good lights, that, somebody up there navigating and saying that there might be logs in the water or whatever. So, you need to really think about things when you buy a boat. Maybe take courses, things like that. Our son, he was so young. I think he got his license. I know he got his license on the water before he did on the land. I think he was 14. He had to have a license to be able to navigate the boat and stuff. So he done that, and that helped him a lot. I think everybody needs to do that, or be taught by somebody that knows the rules on water, on what to do and everything. So one thing you don't want to do is be out on the water after a big rain and it be nighttime. We done that once, and it took 3 hours to get back to port, but we had a great my hubby was wonderful at getting us back. We even had to help the much bigger cruisers and stuff get back when they couldn't find their way back, and we helped them get back as well, because fog can roll in really thick and stuff. So no matter what lights you have, how good you can see, you cannot see much of anything. So you have to really rely on the person that is captain of the boat, and what apps and things that you might have available, and stuff like that too. So, but we had more fun times than not on the water. So hydroelectric power. Beyond flood control and navigation, the Old Hickory Dam serves as a hydroelectric power source, contributing to the area's energy supply. Recreation and real estate development. Over the years, Old Hickory Lake has become a beloved destination for water-based recreational activities, including boating and fishing. Its picturesque beauty and serene waters have made it a desirable location for waterfront real estate development. Yes, there are so many people who want to buy waterfront property. They want that boat to be there and not have to pay to store it somewhere, or to have it at a marina. So they want it on their own property. So if there is a beautiful piece of property and the home is either needing to be updated, gutted, and redone, or torn down, they will do that, and they pay a good price for lakefront property to do that. I've seen many where they just tear the house down and build a beautiful home back, or they have totally restored an older home and made it beautiful again. So those views, I get it. The views from different windows, that's what people really, really strive for, is those views, and to be able to, when it's boating season, just go out on their boat, don't have to call or ask or anything, and go out for the day, or just if you want to go out for an hour, or if you just want to go down to the dock, or by the water, you can do that as well. So many things that people love about the water. I mean, there's some negatives too, but many positives. Now you are going to have more property taxes. They're a little bit higher on the water than they would be not on the water. But here in Tennessee, we get told all the time, people move here, and from other states, our property taxes are nothing compared to theirs. So now there have been many celebrities that have either owned, still own, or maybe have passed away over the years that have that have lived on Old Hickory Lake. We all know that Johnny Cash, the legendary country music icon, and his wife June Carter Cash owned a lakefront property on Old Hickory Lake in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Their home was known as the House of Cash. Growing up here, we always would drive by there and see it. But when we had our boat, we would always go by water and see where the home used to stand, because it did, go out by fire many times. So that has recently, or over the past few years, been sold. Roy Orbison, He's a musician. Taylor Swift, Kelly Clarkson, Martina McBride, and Kenny Chesney, all of those have had and owned lakefront property as well. You know, you have, if you want to live on the water, you're so close to everything else. I've told you in many other videos that Hendersonville and Gallatin, you are so close to everything. You can eat, play, shop, work, everything in Sumner County and not have to go anywhere. The draw for a lot of my California buyers that are used to water and doing things and having a lot to do in sports and things like that, they love either Hendersonville, Gallatin area. A lot of them have chosen Hendersonville because of the water. They love Old Hickory Lake and many of the things they can do. They can either live on the lake or they can live near the lake and still enjoy it. You know, some people like to have their boat and trailer it. So many options that you can do for Old Hickory Lake. You can go sit by the lake. We have parks and recreation areas and things that you can do and still enjoy the lake. You don't necessarily even have to be out on a boat to enjoy the lake. There's dining on the lake, the rudder. I've talked about that before. It is on the lake, so you can enjoy eating right there on the lake. Many other places that are lake view while you eat. So Old Hickory Lake has a lot of history. I just went over some of the brief history of Old Hickory Lake, but I thought it would be interesting for people to know that, and there may be other things that I add over time. But I wanted you to have a good idea of Old Hickory Lake and some of the history behind it. So if you like my videos, please like and subscribe and share with your friends, and I will see you next time. Thanks, y'all. Bye.